How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another NHL 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So in today's challenge, we have the Minnesota Wild, our final team when it comes to first-round eliminations. They were eliminated last season in the first round. So we're going to get down into the gameplay with the Minnesota Wild. 3 seasons try to win a Stanley Cup, injuries, morale on. Same rules apply, and we'll continue to apply to these normal team rebuilds that we've been doing because we have the socials, playlists down below in the description, which if you've missed a team that we've rebuilt already, you can take a look at that playlist down below. Also, subscribe to my channel for content with TJP and second channel down below in the description. And yeah, again, these videos are not meant to be realistic, so just pointing that out there in case you were looking for realistic rebuilds. These are just meant to be fun. It's just a video game at the end of the day. So with that being said, let's get on to gameplay. Let's take a look at this roster that we're dealing with here with the Minnesota Wild. So we have Kaprizov, obviously. He's our guy. We've got Zuccarello, Spurgeon, Brodin, Dumba, Eriksson Ek, Boldy, who's another young guy, Foligno, Hartman, Goligoski, Greenway, Gaudreau, Middleton, Merrill, Steele, Addison, Duhaime, Shaw, DeWard, and Rossi. So definitely some interesting talent on this team for sure. We'll see what we can do with them. We got Marc-Andre Fleury. Might look to move him at some point, and Gustafsson. Alright, it's not terrible. I mean, I'm definitely thinking there's some moves that we could make here to improve this team. And we'll take a look at the lines right now. Top line looks pretty solid. But the second line, the other lines down here, I mean, definitely could use some forward depth here. I mean, a lot of centers we have here. I feel like, are there anybody that's playing out of position? Nobody's here playing out of position. But yeah, I do think we can maybe get some additional centers. I mean, some of these guys are young. Maybe, like, I mean, Marco is pretty cool, but 20 years old, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the defensive lines are okay as well, I guess, for the most part. But I do want to see if we get some maybe forward depth. So I'm going to see what's out there in the trade market. Look at our picks. Maybe we try to get a winger for this team. That'd be kind of cool. For Troy Terry from the Ducks. A first, 2 seconds, a third, and a fourth round pick. And we got a really good player in Troy Terry. He plays some winger. Also plays a little bit of center, but we do have Troy Terry to be a winger on that right spot. I want to see if I can get one more winger here for us, though. I'm going to see if I can get Jesper Bratt on the team. They are not budging here with this offer. I really don't want to have to give up 3 first-rounders. They might do this. I don't know why they wouldn't do this for Jesper Bratt. I mean, Goligoski, sure. He's kind of throwing for the salary. And, okay, they do that. I guess that's fine. I mean, he's a young guy, so I'm cool with the team. We definitely have some talent now when it comes to our wingers. Oh, yeah, Troy Terry, for some reason, is not in the NHL, so let me move him up. I don't know why he isn't, but we're going to put him in the NHL. Yeah, like, obviously he's going to be here. And we'll do best AHL lines, and we will also fix the NHL lines because, again, I want Terry in the lineup. So, who am I going to swap out? Terry. And we will do the following. Put him at the top, and that's better. I think like that. Actually, do I want Jesper Bratt to be on the second line, then have Matthew Boldy be on the first? It might be a better fit. If we do that, and then switch these two, and then maybe have Foligno. No, that's not going to get me extra chem. Although, Gaudreau on the third line, Steele on the fourth. I could do Zuccarello on the third line. That might be the way, and then have Jordan Greenway be on the second line. I like this for sure. I think I'll do that. All right, I think I'm done making moves. I'll see you guys in January. I'm assuming we should be pretty solid, but we'll see. We'll see how this team does, and I will give you guys an update when I have one. So we are sitting at 30-16-2 right now, 62 points in our division. It looks like the Hurricane, no, not the Hurricanes, the Avalanche and the Lightning have the most points in the league. Hurricanes also are leading their division, though. Anyways, yeah, team's playing pretty good. Jesper Bratt, it's got 48 points right now, so he's doing his thing out there. Kaprizov, 41. Troy Terry's playing pretty well with 38, 37 for Hartman. So the team's been pretty good. Again, we don't really have much going on in terms of assets. But it hits block shots, giveaways, takeaways. I wouldn't mind trying to move a couple guys that may not be that useful. I do want to see if I can get another first-round pick at some point, whether that be for next season or this year. I'm trying to think. Is that worth it? I don't know. But Boldy's leading the team in hits. Block shots got 70 for Brodin. Spurgeon's got 58, 51 for Dumba. Middleton, giveaways, Middleton's leading the team there. Takeaways, we've got 46 for Hartman. That's cool to see. How are the goalies doing? Marc-Andre Fleur's been okay. Gustafsson, okay. That's not bad. Could be better. Could be worse. Let's take a look at our offense and defense. I mean, I feel like our scoring's been pretty solid. Near the top, like 3.19 goals for per game. That's got to be near the top. And it's actually 8th. I thought it'd be a little bit higher. And 2.83 goals against. That is going to be top half of the league, I would assume. Yeah, not too bad. I'd say our offense is better. But still, nevertheless, playing pretty solid. I want to see if there's maybe a couple of contracts that we might want to move now. Maybe get some more additional draft picks. And then maybe try to trade for a first-round pick in the offseason. I don't know if I'm going to try to get Connor Bedard again, but because we seem to get him a lot of the time. Or if there's somebody good out there. That's another good rookie. But I do want to see if I can maybe, if there's anything out there that I could do in terms of moving things. Do I want Dunbar on the team? Will I re-sign him? We'll see. I mean, obviously, Marco Rossi, he's an interesting guy also. So, yeah, we'll see what's out there in the market. And if I can acquire any picks. Quinn and Hinostroza, as well as a second-round pick for Gaudreau, Duhaime, 5th, 4th, and 3rd. Will they do that? They won't. The Sabres won't do that. Okay, that's fine. I really just want to pick. So, if there's anybody out there... I mean, the Blackhawks would be interesting. They have the Tampa Bay Lightning's pick. But they'd have more than 45 skaters. That's the only thing. Because they do have multiple picks. I mean, Radish wouldn't be pretty bad. If I can get him... he doesn't even fit the scheme, any of the schemes, but just to have him on the team, I guess would be fine. And then, I don't know, like a guy like this, would they do that? I feel like they could do that if I throw in some lower picks. I do want another first, so let me see if I could get this deal done. And a 3rd, 5th, and a 6th round pick. We do get another first for this season, which is pretty solid. It's granted, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning's pick, so it's probably going to be really low 20s or upper 20s near the bottom, so it's fine. At least it's a pick, and we'll have a pick also coming in. So, yeah, if I could try to trade for a guy, that'd be nice. I'm going to see what's out there for Merrill. I might try to move him, too, and then just call one of the defensemen that's in the system, just for, like, a 3rd or 4th rounder. I'll do this deal with the Capitals, Merrill, 2 7s, and Alexiev. Will they do that? They will. So... okay, that works for me. I'm gonna simulate to the rest of this season. I will see you guys. We're just getting a lot of young guys, I guess. I guess that's fine with me. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully, we can keep this good playing streak up. The playoffs, we were one of the better teams in the NHL. I'm gonna show you guys how we did. We were 50, 21, and 11. So that is a 111 point total, which is pretty solid. The Canucks were taking on the first round, had 88 points. So, you know, we should be able to beat them, right? We're going to take a look at the stats here in a moment, but Jesper Bratt led the team with 82 points. Here's your playoff tree in case you're curious. So, yeah, we were taking on the Canucks. Let's see what Jesper's got going on over here, so, and just everybody else. So, yeah, he was really good with the assist making, 63 assists. Kaprizov, my leading goal scorer, though. He had 76 points, though, in total. Troy Terry, 72 points from him, 54 for Hartman, 53 for Zuccarello, Boldy. Yeah, a lot of young guys, man. Definitely some young guys. Hopefully they improve throughout this sim. Yeah, Boldy with 176 hits. That's crazy. Terry at 151. We had almost 10 guys with 100 hits. One away for the man, the myth, the legend. That is Foligno. We do have a couple guys that are scratched, it looks like. Jared Spurgeon got the block shot total with 116, 114 for Brodin. Giveaways, 94 for Middleton to lead the team. Then takeaways, Hartman led the team, then Boldy and Jesper Bratt. Goalies, 2.66 for Marc-Andre Fleury, although he is now scratched. but was pretty solid. And then Gustafsson's been good. And then we have Wallstead that got called up. So he's definitely somebody that we want to keep an eye out on, because that's another young guy in the system. It's a lot. We're bringing up a lot of guys, I gotta say. If not getting picks, we're getting young guys, or guys that are like 20 in their mid-20s. So that's huge for us. So yeah, 111 points. If we look at the Western Conference, you guys can see we were the top of the Western Conference. So worst team was the Canucks. And they're the worst team in the playoffs, technically, in terms of point totals. But let's take a look at the entire league, see where we were in terms of scoring and defense. Top 3 in scoring, 3.20 points, goals per game, and then 2.78 goals against. That's going to be near the top of the league as well. So that's solid from us. So yeah, hopefully this team can kind of play well in the playoffs. I mean, we are here, so Canucks, we're coming for you. And I'm sure they're coming for us. In fact, what have we done against the Canucks? We beat them 3-2. I don't see any other ones. We lost them 2-0 here. I only see them twice. No, I saw them again. Beat them 2-1. Okay, it doesn't really matter. You get the idea. Let's just try to see if we can beat them. Game 1 of the playoffs starts right now, and we lose 6-5. Okay. Game 2, we lose 6-3. So we're down 2-0. That makes sense, right, EA? That makes sense. 2-0. Don't go down 3-0. And what do you know? We're down 3-0. So we're going to get swept. Jacob Middleton's hurt. Not that that matters. Okay, we didn't get swept. We won game 4 at least. But this would be disappointing if we lose in 5. It just lose in general. The fact that we went down 3-0 on this team is very annoying. Game 5, we win. Can we force a game 7? That'd be kind of cool. I'm just going to sim past it. We don't. So we lost in 6. Best team in the Western Conference. Can't get the job done. Lightning advance. Avalanche advance. So all the good teams advanced except for us. The Bruins didn't advance, actually. I think they had 108 points, but still. That's unfortunate, man. Bad ending to the season. I mean, you get a first-round exit. Zuccarello, when he's your leading point totaler, that's a little bit scary in the playoffs. So I'm assuming some guys were scratched. It had to have been, or we were just that bad. Sam Steele got scratched. He missed a game. Maybe that was why. Foligno, Edgecell. I mean, these guys are not going to be playing that much. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, Zuccarello was fair play to him in the playoff. Boldy got some experience. Kaprizov, when he was on the ice, was a -5. That's not good. Okay. All right, well, we got some work to do. Let's simulate. We got 2 more seasons, so I'll see you guys at the Stanley Cup thing and the awards. Stanley Cup. So that's good for them, I guess. And I'm trying to stop the simulation, and it lets me. Thank you, EA. All right, let's take a look at the awards. See the awards. Obviously, you saw the Edmonton Oilers. Hurricanes made it out. They beat the Lightning. I'm going to see a lot of Connor McDavid's, I assume. If any Wild here, my assumption is going to be the no to that, and that is what that was. So let's go on to the offseason. We got the draft, although we're not going to have any picks because the Lightning had, what, the best record? They had the President's Trophy, so they're going to be one of the worst teams. Well, they're going to have one of the worst picks. Our picks probably not going to be that great either, but at least it's 2 first-round picks. To the Flames for pick number 20, so now I have pick 20, pick 28, and 31, I believe. All right, I made a trade with the Avalanche to get pick 26 as well. All right, I traded with pick 3 to get pick 3 with the Capitals. I traded all the way those first-round picks. I don't know if I needed to do that, but I did it. So there we go, pick 3. I guess we'll just make a pick. I really wanted Connor Bedard. I mean, there's a few guys we can get out here. I mean, Leo Carlson, that's just another center that I feel like we don't need. I wouldn't mind getting a defenseman like Frederick Blomstrand. Or Blomstrand, however you say it. He could be pretty solid. This Leo Carlson. I feel like Leo Carlson's going to be like a really good player. Overall-wise, he might not be. This guy, I don't have any reports on for Caden May. Is this guy NHL ready? Do I take Blomstrand? And then we let Dumba walk? Maybe. Maybe. Alright, we'll take a risk on him. I won't take Carlson. Simpic. Yeah, I mean, that probably wasn't a bad idea. Jaeger went. Who else? Benson. And then that other defense guy. Okay. I really wanted the #1 pick. I wanted Connor Bedard, but it's fine. We'll just sim pick. And, alright, well, I'll see you guys at the re-sign phase. Alright, so we have some guys that are going to be free agents, like Jess Brott, Troy Terry. Got to re-sign those guys for sure. Dumba's going to be a free agent. I mean, I guess I can offer him a contract if he wants one. I mean, I'll give him a discount at $5.2 million. If he doesn't accept it, he's probably going to end up walking. And I'm going to try to get this guy. Like, I got to get Boldy back. Hopefully, he accepts his qualifier. A lot of these guys are like Steele. I mean, I could always move Marc-Andre Fleury. Like, that's an option. Clear up a little bit of money if I need to and just sign a different goalie in free agency. But yeah, we're going to give these guys qualifiers. We're going to sign some of these guys here. And yeah, once I have some updates for you, I will let you know in the video. So I'll see you guys with that update. Matt Dumba did not accept his extension, which is fine. I'm going to get a lot of these guys on qualifiers, hopefully, and some of these other guys that we offer contracts to, some of the young guys. So maybe Matt Dumba might be walking. We'll see. But, yeah, I'll see you guys at free agency when we have some moves, some signings, and we'll go from there. All right, they did offer and sign Dmitry Orlov. I wanted another defenseman. He can play both, which is pretty solid. So to start the second season, we have a few guys that have not accepted qualifiers yet, but they are going to eventually do so. Some of them, at least. I might have to do a move with Brott. I might have to trade Andre Fleury to free up some money so I can get him back on the team. But right now, he is just in the system. So as you can see, some of these guys are, well, they're actually not even in the system. They don't have the contracts yet. But yeah, right now, we'll just look at it. Kaprizov, Terry, Zuccarello, Brodin, Spurgeon, Eriksson, Radish, Orlov, Boldy, Foligno, Hartman, Greenway, Shaw, Rossi, Alexiev, Middleton, Lambos, Patan, and then Blomstrand, our rookie in the door. It's not terrible. Obviously, it's going to be better. And then we got Fleury and Wallstead. Again, I might have to move Fleury just because he's at that $3.5 million. He's 38. But, you know, he had a good season last year, so maybe he's not the right guy to move. But we're going to get a few of those guys in, so don't worry. The roster will be different, and the lines will also be different once we get some of those guys to accept their qualifiers. But, yeah, top line looks great. Second line's not bad, but just don't know Chem. Third and fourth lines, yeah. So there's definitely some move here. We need to get Jesper Brott back on this squad, though. It's definitely going to help us out immensely. So, yeah, as you can see, I can't really afford it. I might have to look for moves for Marc-Andre Fleury. It just has to be him. So if I you know, which he won't accept this qualifier, but if he does, that's great. Then I don't have to move anybody. But if he doesn't, then we'll probably have to move Marc-Andre Fleury, and then we'll just have Jesper Brott. We'll offer him another contract, and then hopefully he'll probably accept it. The other guys, I assume they'll accept, no problem. And then we'll just have Gustafsson, I think, and Wallstead be our goalies, which isn't amazing, but you know, we can try to just outscore people. So I'll see you guys once an update for you. I think I'll do this deal with the Sabres here. So Hartman's on an expiring deal. I don't anticipate myself re-signing him. We gave up a 4th round pick. We get a 2nd and a 3rd round pick in return, which could be somewhat helpful in the offseason to make a couple moves to move up in the draft to get another 1st rounder, or just maybe try to acquire someone a little more talented or younger. But yeah, Hartman, I think is $1.7 million. We can kind of let go. 25, 18, and 6, which isn't amazing. We're only 4th right now ranked, and it's basically just we're fighting for the number 2 position, because we're not going to get the number 1. Avalanche are so much better than everybody else, it looks like. So, yeah. I mean, we're kind of in the thick of things. But let's take a look and see how the team's doing right now. Kaprizov's leading my team. By the way, I didn't have to trade anybody. Everyone except Jesper Brott's still here. Troy Terry, Zuccarello's still doing his thing out there. So it's looking all right for the most part. We do have everybody back on the team without having to move anybody. But we'll take a look at here and see if we need to make any moves. Hits, it looks like Terry's leading the team with 113. He is. That's a lot of hits. We got block shot 74 for Orlov, so that's a solid pickup for us. Spurs got 69, nice. Always 69 somewhere in all of these videos, no matter what the occasion is. Giveaways, Orlov has got 53, 52 for Middleton, Brodin with 44. In terms of takeaways, however, we got Detroit Terry 41, 40 for Jesper Broad. Zuccarello's got 37, 36 for the Radish man. All right, Fleury 2.56 goals against average. He's been good, and then Wallstead as a backup. We'll take it. Not too bad. So 25, 18, 6 is our record right now, and point total is at, like I said, 56. We're doing pretty well when it comes to scoring. We're 3.10 goals for per game. I feel like that's going to be not terrible unless... Well, yeah, I mean, it's still top half of the league, but I guess there's a lot more teams that are ahead of me than I thought. Defensively, 2.67. That's number 3 in the league. So that's pretty cool. The Lightning are terrible. I should have traded for their friggin' pick. Whoever had their pick, I should have traded for this season. Dang. Man, they really... I guess they probably got screwed over by injuries this year in the sim. That's the only thing I can think of, but gosh darn, man. That pick's going to be very valuable now. Do we have any picks? I am curious to see what we have going on over here in the market. I mean, maybe there's a couple guys we could move to try to acquire some picks. I mean, we have our own first, but yeah, there's really no other picks. We have some second to third, like I said, I traded for. And we have a 2029 first. So, I mean, maybe if I can get a first-round pick, that'd be pretty cool for this season. Flyers have the Panthers pick. I'm wondering if I can get it for Foligno, a second, third, fourth, and a fifth. That won't get the job done. Maybe if I just do a little bit of swapping here, I might be able to get the job done. Something with a little bit more value. Second, third. Maybe if I do another third. Do they want that? Or I could do another second, I guess, in 2029. I'm gonna try a third, and then if that doesn't work, all right, let's just do 2 seconds, 2 thirds. There's no way that they don't accept that. I'd be shocked. I would assume they accept this. No, they don't. Okay. What about their own pick? It's a little less valuable because they're decent. Okay, they do that. That works for me. All right. So we have another pick. We have our pick, and we have a Flyers pick. It's not going to be too valuable, but maybe those picks could be used in something to get somebody. Who knows? But let's see with the rest of the season. I assume we can make the playoffs again. Well, actually, I don't want to assume that because it's pretty close. We'll see how we could do. Let's try to make the playoffs. We have to have a good second half of the year. All right, well, we missed out on the playoffs. Kind of an embarrassing ending to the season, but you know what? We did have a lot of injuries. So that's why we missed the playoffs. I mean, a lot of guys were in and out of the lineup or were playing hurt. Kaprizov led the team with 79 points. 72 for Terry. Brott had 71. But, yeah, the team struggled a bit. I mean, we did have Steele. He missed 20 games. Orlov missed 2 games. So we had some guys in and out of the lineup. Ross missed 3. Shaw. So there's some guys that were just scratched that didn't really play. Maybe they were just scratched, healthy scratches, but either way, there were definitely some injuries for sure. And yeah, Terry led the team in hits. You guys the team had 4 guys with at least 100 hits. Block shots, 122 for Orlov. Spurgeon with 119, 116 for Brodin, and Addison at 103. Giveaways, 81 for Middleton. Man, I might move Middleton. He's just not very good. So yeah, we'll see what we decide to do with him. Just clear up some cap space. Giveaways, as you saw, takeaways, we have 105 for Jesper Broad. I got to make sure we can get some of these guys back, too. That's another thing. It's going to be tough. We're going to have a lot of money, but a lot of it's going to be trying to re-sign like these guys that just signed the 1-year qualifying offers. Goalies, Marc-Andre Fleury was okay. Could have been a little bit better, and then Wallstead as a backup was decent. So yeah, 38, 35, and 9, not really going to get the job done, like I said. If we look at this Central Division was pretty good. And then if you look at the Western Conference, where we finished, we were, 4 games out. So we at least are going to have a lottery pick. Now, I don't know where the Panthers ended up, but they also did not make the Flyers made the playoffs, but they barely made it. I would have liked that Panthers pick, so... Instead, we had the Flyers. If only we had the Panthers pick, at least we have 2 lottery picks. But now we don't have that. It's fine, though. I assume the Flyers won't go too far. But now that I said that, they're probably going to win the Stanley Cup. Either way, here's your playoff tree in case you're curious. So, yeah, definitely some work to be done for this third and final season. Try to get everybody back. Hopefully everyone stays healthy, and we can make a run next year. Those Blue Jackets who ended up winning the Stanley Cup, so good for them. Let's try to stop simulating if we can, EA. Thank you very much. let's take a look at the awards. So here they are. And yeah, Colorado just lost in the Stanley Cup. Individual awards. I mean, let's see a lot of Austin Matthews, Tony DeAngelo actually got an award. That's good for them. I would have loved Connor Bedard on my team, but it's fine. He wouldn't have won that, I don't think, on my team. We don't have any Wild. All right. Austin Matthews might be a free agent. I could try to trade for him, but then again, I have to re-sign him. So, is it really worth it? Probably not. Especially since I feel like I'm not going to have the money. But we'll see. Maybe. Maybe I decide to do that and say screw it. But let's simulate to the rest of the offseason. All right, our pick ended up staying at number 11. Washington jumped all the way up to number 1. So good for them. All right, I traded for Anton Lundell and Denisenko from Florida. We traded away Middleton. We also traded away Eriksson Ek and some picks. I don't know if that was the right move, but we did we shedded a little bit of money. I mean, maybe some of those guys are not. Some of those guys were expendable, especially yeah, Middleton was, but Eriksson Ek could have been pretty solid for us. But I think we just have a lot of guys, so maybe give a little bit more puck to some of the guys that need it. Totally fine with that. Let's just simulate to the end of the draft. I'll see you guys in the re-sign phase. All right, so we have some guys that need to be re-signed. Just brought, obviously, I'm going to try to re-sign him. We'll qualify him. Qualify Terry. Zuccarello, I might let him walk. I mean, he doesn't want a lot of money, but we'll see. I do want to get Jesper brought back. I mean, I don't mind if he signs, like, the qualifier. I assume he will. Same with Terry. Like, I assume they'll just accept the qualifier. I can get them for cheaper once they hit the open market. Radish, kind of the same thing. How much does he want? He doesn't even want that much. Honestly, I can give him, like, pretty cheap deal, but I think other than that, I mean, yeah, like Steele, Addison, like these guys, I'm going to try to get back to, hopefully. Alexiev. I don't have to do Boldy because I gave him a 2-year deal and he accepted it. Shaw, we could do. And then, like, all these guys down here. So, I do think I need to re-sign Marc-Andre Fleury. I know he's out there. I wouldn't mind trying to keep him around, but I do have some goalies, like, in the system that could always just, like, come up and replace him. So, I'll see you guys once I have the updates for you. These guys are just going to end up accepting qualifiers, which is pretty cool. But we're going to go to free agency. We're going to have a lot of guys that we need to re-sign. Francouz, I decided not to go after Marc-Andre Fleury, so we'll just get Francouz, and I qualified some of our goalies that were restricted, like Gustafsson, so he might be here in Wallstead. If not, it should be Wallstead and Francouz. Alright, so I was able to get most of my guys back, by the way, on, like, qualifiers, so I didn't really do much of free agency other than that. I got some guys, like, some minimum guys here that probably just be in the minors. Some of these guys did not accept, though, but it's fine. Yeah, I think we're just pretty much done. We're just going on at the start of the second season. Let me edit the lines, and I'll show you guys once I have a roster put together. Final season, let's look at the roster that we're going to be putting out there. So, we have Gabrasov still. We got Brott. We have Terry. We've got Brodin. We've got Lundell. We've got Spurgeon. We've got Radish. We've got Boldy. We've got Denisenko. We've got Steele, Orlov, Rossi, Greenway, Lambos, Addison, Blomstrand, Alexiev, Stahl, DeWar, Clutterbuck. It's not amazing, but it'll work. And then Walston and Francouz are my goalies. Okay. We'll see how this works out. I mean, the lines are not amazing. First line's the one that has Chem here, +3. Every other line's okay. The bottom one I'm a little bit worried about. I mean, Rossi's going to have to carry a little bit. DeWar, Clutterbuck, I don't know. I'm a little worried about that. Maybe we try to get a better right winger later on. Defensively, at least we have +1 in the first and third line. I feel like defensively a little bit more confident. But we'll see how the team does. I mean, like I said, maybe after I try to get a right winger through a trade, just another one, so that way Clutterbuck isn't playing, I wouldn't be too mad. I mean, we actually have the cap room to trade for, like, a guy. The only problem is we don't have the assets. Like, there are no picks. I mean, I guess we could try to throw out this pick, 2030. I'm going to see what's out there. Let's just take a look at what's in the market. Alright, I'm going to do the trade game where I try to trade all my lower picks for higher picks. So, a bunch of low picks to the Coyotes for their second round pick. I'm just gonna. They have a bunch of seconds, so I'm just gonna try to trade all these low picks for the second rounders that they have. All right, I basically just did a bunch of trades with the Coyotes just to trade for like all of their second round picks. So now I have a bunch of seconds and a first rounder to work with to try to get maybe like a good right winger. All right, 5 second round picks to the Avalanche for Valeri Nichushkin. Sweet. And I'm going to trade for Klim Kostin for a second round pick to the Oilers because I want another winger. So I'm done making moves. That's it. That's the team. I don't have any assets. Like I said, this is literally a 3-season rebuild. I flushed out my assets. I think that's the first time I've ever done that. And let's see if it pays off. It probably won't. Chances are we might barely miss the playoffs. But we'll see how this team performs. I'll see you guys in January. We'll look at the stats and then just simulate the rest of the season since I can't make any moves with picks. I mean, I can make them with players, I guess. A slow start. We're picking up a little bit, but I don't know if this team is going to make the playoffs. We're 24-24-2. I mean, we need to have an amazing second half of the season to maybe have a shot. And I'm a little worried that this team just is not going to put it together. So, Kaprizov's 45 points, 40 for Terry, Jesper Bratt is 37, Lindell with 35-34 for Nichushkin. It's not amazing. It's definitely not amazing. Boldy still has missed a few games. There are a few guys in and out of the lineup, it looks like. But we'll see how this team can perform, man. It's definitely looking interesting. Goalies are terrible. Wallsted's been terrible. Gustafsson, not much better. I don't even know where Frank Kuza is. I guess he's in the AHL. And he hasn't really been doing that great. So, okay, you can stay there, buddy. All right. Team stats, we'll look at them. Our defense is really bad. We're letting up too many goals. 3.02 goals for per game. I feel like that's going to be not amazing, like middle-ish, but 3.32, that's going to be near the bottom of the league. So yeah, we're letting up a lot of goals. Our goalies haven't been good. I mean, the only thing I could do is trade for a goalie. That'd be really it. I mean, I guess defensively we could be better too, but having a good goalie would be helpful here. The only problem is I can't really trade for one. I could try to see what's out there in the market. Maybe. We'll see if I can try to get a goalie, I guess. I mean, I have this cap space to do so. That is one thing. I'll see if I can try to throw up some players. See what we can get in the trade finder. Alright, I really couldn't find a trade for a goalie, so you know what? This is the team. We're just going to ride or die with it and see what happens. I'll see you at the end of the year. Hopefully we can make the playoffs. If not, then I don't know what to tell you. I need Orlov to get Peterson and a third-round pick. I don't need the third-round pick, though. I'll just do this straight up. I don't need the third-rounder. Do I do this deal? The Capitals? I did it. Yeah. Alright, well, Orlov is gone. But we got a better goalie, at least. Playoffs, 81 points, 38, 39, and 5. Worst time for some of our guys to get injured, by the way. Some guys got injured and we missed some games. Kaprizov missed some games. Bratt missed 7 games, 4 games for Kaprizov. Nichushkin missed 3 games. Boldy missed 6 games. So there's some guys in and out of the lineup. Spurgeon missed 3 games, 4 games for Addison. I mean, it's not a lot that he missed. Lexiev, I guess, I don't know if he was here or not most of the time. But unfortunately did not make the playoffs. Only made it in our first season. The sim just does not seem to like the Wild, huh? Well, at least I'm controlling them. Here are your hit leaders. You get 7 guys with at least 100 hits. Block shots, 104 for Addison. Giveaways, 64 for Spurgeon. Takeaways, we had 112 for Kaprizov. Bratt, 102. That's pretty cool to see. And then our goalies, Peterson was pretty solid. Wallstead and Gustafsson, though, were just not very good at being goalies. Gustafsson's a little bit better, but even then, it just wasn't enough. Oh, man. Let's take a look at the entire league and see where we were defensively. I imagine that we were pretty bad. Offensively, too, I feel like our scoring wasn't I mean, it's probably top half of the league, I would assume. 2.99 could have been better. Yeah, but 3.20 goals for per game. Our defense was just really bad. Just not good whatsoever. I mean, if we had a better defense, if our goalies were better, we'd have had a shot. But unfortunately, that coupled with some of the guys missing time, maybe we could have been a slip in if we were just a bit better. Because our Central was extremely weak, as you could see. 95 points. And we still missed out. So yeah, we were terrible. All right, let's just see who wins the Stanley Cup. Close of the video. Sharks win the Stanley Cup. Good for them. Good for the Sharks. Let's see the other awards. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Here's your awards. They beat the Hurricanes again. Any wild here? My guess is no, and we don't have any wild. All right, there are your awards. I'll see you guys in full screen to close of the video. All right, well, that's going to be it for me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Did hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what more video videos, social down description. Playlist down for other NHL 23 franchise rebuilds. Also check out my channel for DJP. And we have our second channel down in the description as well. Yeah, I mean, first season was pretty solid, and then we kind of was terrible in the playoffs. Lost in 6, and then we just, for some reason, fell apart in the last 2 years. Part of it was injuries. Some guys in and out of the lineup. Not much you can do about that. And yeah, we were just extremely terrible defensively. That's another thing, too. Our defense was just not good. So that was a problem. At least we had the playoffs 1 year and had a really good year. But then after that, we kind of just sucked. Now, thank goodness I'm not doing a 10-year rebuild. Otherwise, we'd be depleted of assets with no future and no picks. But, of course, it is a 3-season challenge, so the picks don't matter. That's why I trade them all. All right, well, I'm done. I'm going to head out. Take everybody. See you soon, and peace.